Hello, everyone. How was your day two experience ranking your workplace values? Welcome to day three out of the 14-day job search campaign. Today, we're going to learn about how to read a job posting. Quick reminder, every day, we're going to watch this short guidance video on one aspect of job search. Then you're going to download the checklist, do your homework for the day, and then at the end of the day, share your comments or ask for feedback from the LinkedIn group. Today, I pulled an example from Colliers International, a global commercial real estate company that is currently actively hiring for quite a few positions. They have about 15,000 employees in different countries. This position they're looking for is an accounting supervisor in Toronto. If I live in Toronto, I want to first check where the location is. Is it easy for public transportation, close to daycare or school of my children? And if I need to relocate, am I willing to move there? So here is a copy and paste from their website of the content of the job posting. At Colliers International, we help leaders succeed by help them build amazing workplaces, business communities around the world. We do this by thinking differently, sharing innovative ideas, and offering a unique and collaborative workplace where you can succeed. And here are more of their slogans and values. So this first paragraph reads to me as their attraction statements. And you've probably seen tons of these. Yes, every company, when they do a job posting, they first want to brag about who they are, what they have to offer in order to entice the job seeker's attention. That's a great thing for them to do. So in this organization, I see that they pride themselves with offering collaboration, building innovative ideas, and also be the expert in what they do. So that also dictates in terms of the kind of candidates and employees they would have in the workplace. They're looking for a property accounting supervisor in Toronto. This is a very particular position. It's not just any accountant. It's an accountant focused on property management. We're looking to connect with professionals who like to hear more about the company and their accounting team. So when I read this, that means if I sign up for this job, I'm not going to just supervise one accounting student. I'm going to manage a team. And if you have managerial experience, you will know that managing a team takes a lot of time and effort. A lot of people just prefer to be the individual contributor, be the expert in what they do. Others like to be in the supervisory positions. Again, go back to your checklist that you built yesterday. Is this something that you want to do? Who you are as the candidates. You need to be a seasoned property accounting professional ready to take on your career to the next level and have a proven track record of leading accounting teams. You thrive on working with deadlines and providing strong financial reporting for your assigned properties. When I see assigned properties, that means if I'm the successful candidate, I'm going to work with multiple property managers within the company, collaborate, gather information, influence them, help them make decisions, make corrections. So communication, tactics, strategies, relationship building, all of these skills would be key. You identify issues, provide strong analysis on monthly reports, and continuously seek improvements opportunities. You also thrive on sharing your knowledge and participate in training new accountants. Again, this is a mentorship opportunity, definitely not for someone who's junior. And also just by reading this paragraph, this tells me this person needs to have really good business judgment, business acumen, and analytical skills, communication skills. On top of that, be able to prepare a business case to influence leaders to make changes to their workplace processes. No wonder they're looking for someone who has at least 5 years of progressive property accounting experience, very detailed, preferably within the commercial real estate industry. A track record of leading successful teams, same idea as what we had just discussed. Demonstrate ability to meet deadlines. And so this tells me this is not going to be a stress-free environment. Every month, every quarter, every year, there are times that you're going to work more hours than other times. So, and in this situation, the candidate is going to work with multiple property managers and other stakeholders. So this will be a busy role. So if you're looking for a stress-free, relaxed, sit-back environment, this may not be the right opportunity for you. CPA designation is preferred, but if you are working towards your designation, that's also okay. Understanding of IFRS. So in Canada, we use GAAP. IFRS is more widely adopted in the United States as well as in European Union. So because this is a global company, so they're hoping to have someone who has both of these knowledge. Bonus skills and experiences. So typically when we prepare a job posting, we'll have the must-have qualifications. So that's what we had just described. And these bonus skills and experiences are preferred, which means if I have a really competitive pool of applicants and I'm going to screen out these people who have just the basic qualifications, I'm going to look for the people who have more and see who has the most applicable and competitive qualifications compared to what we are looking for. What they are looking for in this opportunity is the Yardi accounting program, which is a very specific accounting software. If you don't have the knowledge, maybe you want to read up on this a little bit. Post-secondary education accounting, fantastic communication, networking skills. What success will look like to you is successfully complete these required reports, collaborate with the property managers to solve issues, and evaluate and make changes, and also coordinate integration of new properties into the accounting workflow. This also tells me that if you're the successful candidate, you're going to be thoroughly understanding company accounting policies, procedures, practices, able to answer questions, defend decisions, and also share your recommendations with the senior leaders. And then here they have, on this posting, they have listed out a job posting number. So this is something you would want to include, or job ID number, whatever you want to call it. This is something you want to include in your resume and cover letter when you apply for this position. Any job with a job posting number or job ID number, highly recommend include that information. And then also direct applicants only, no agencies, basic means do not apply through any headhunters for this job, apply directly on the company's website. And this last paragraph is very typical, which means that Colliers International is not going to discriminate any candidate. If you do require any accommodation during the application process or during the interview process, you want to let them know in advance. And here they have provided convenience for you to apply by clicking this button here. And very likely the next step is for you to create a username and password, upload or copy and paste your documents and information. And then if they use an applicant tracking system, the system is going to send you a generic message saying, thank you, we received your application. If you're selected for the next stage, someone will be in touch with you. When you read a job posting, a few things you want to look for. Title position speaks to the level of the position and help you negotiate a salary, help you understand the scope or difficulty, responsibility level of the job. Location, which we had talked about a lot. Status. This particular posting with Colliers International did not specify which status. I assume it's a full-time permanent, but you don't want to double verify that with the interviewer if you go to that stage. Unionized versus non-unionized. This posting is likely not in a unionized environment. Typically with unionized environment, they're very specific saying which union they belong to. And the wage information is already specified in the job posting. And salary benefits information not specified in this job posting. This is something I would be curious to ask during an interview. Definitely not the first question I ask during the interview, probably towards the latter part of an interview. We'll talk more about it when it comes to the interview day. And hours and travel, nothing specified in this job posting. Assume typical office hours, minimum travel, but it's something that you can confirm with the interviewer, hiring manager. And the other thing you want to understand is that how much flexibility you may have in this position in terms of working hours. Working conditions, probably typical office position. If you work in trades, frontline, construction, engineering, healthcare, or anything that's requiring to be using your body more strenuously, or dealing with chemicals, pollution, odor, noise, these kind of things. Typically, these conditions fall under working conditions, and they're usually specified in the job posting if there are anything that you need to know in advance. What's the company culture environment like? From reading the short job posting, it sounds to me like a pretty collaborative environment, but quite busy, and lots of stakeholders that you would need to answer to. Job content. What are the key duties that you need to do? And these are the things that you want to have keywords matched in your resume and cover letter. What are the key qualifications they're looking for from you? The qualifications that listed up on the top is more important than what they list on the bottom. And also, as well as what they're looking for in terms of duties. The more important duties are usually listed on the top, and the least important duties are usually listed on the bottom of the page. With the key qualifications, if you have more than 75%, preferably 80% matched, I would say this is a good chance for you to apply. If you don't have that, may not be a good chance. Technical tools, equipment, they have specified one accounting software. So if you don't have that experience, that may be a reason they will screen you out if they have received other applicants who have that accounting knowledge. Repetition of the words in the posting. I've seen a few repetitions, such as collaboration, internal stakeholders, communication, reporting, deadlines. So when you see a repetition in job postings, this means that these repetitions are very important to the job that you're going to do in the future. These are things I definitely want to emphasize in my applications. These are things I definitely want to emphasize during my interview. And these are the things I want to benchmark myself with, see if I can do them or not. Other information, is there any exact instruction to apply? What's the deadline to apply? There is none on this job posting. But I know when I searched this job on LinkedIn, the job had been already posted for more than a week. So if I'm interested in this job, I'm going to apply as soon as possible. With all of these things being said, as you go through this checklist for each posting you're interested in, ask yourself, at the end of the job posting, which aspects of this job attract you? And which aspects of the job do not attract you? What questions do you have for the employer if you go to the interview? So my suggestion is always, as you go through the job posting, write down the notes for questions you have, concerns you have, or things that you're really excited about. So when it comes to that you're called for the interview, you're not scrambling at last minute. And overall, are you going to apply or not? I recommend that you download this checklist and use this checklist to go through each job posting that you have found on different job source. The homework for today is for you to search your favorite job source and find 5 job postings that's applicable to you that you're going to be interested in applying for using this method. So now you can download a template and start working on your 5 job postings. And also, I would like to recommend you to watch the 20 pre-recorded online training modules for the job seekers that took me and the team 2.5 years to build. And this is more detailed information on all aspects of job searching. Have a good one.